Round for Round Boxing in association with EWTM Sports. Round for Round Boxing, www.roundforroundboxing.com. Check out the website and see all the new fighters that are being attached or coming on board with Round for Round Boxing. Check it out. Okay, so here we go. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to BWTM Sports. If you haven't hit the subscribe button, please do. We appreciate it. So here we are, live stream. Amir Khan should retire? Question mark. No future at welterweight. It's another one of these videos where it's probably going to be unpopular for people who are big fans of Amir Khan, probably unpopular for with his promoter and his team, who obviously around him that will be getting money out of Amir Khan one way or the other. So it really would not be great for them to be. This video probably wouldn't be great for them. But for somebody who has been a supporter of Khan, somebody who has been a fan of Khan, even though I have picked against him in certain fights, and with good reason, I just don't like seeing guys go on beyond their sell by date. And I don't like seeing fighters being put in a position where they can get seriously hurt. It's not like I haven't already seen Khan flattened by Canelo, laying out almost unconscious on a canvas in America. It's something that, you know, I don't want to see that again. And I'm a guy who actually likes Khan. I think Khan's been one of the most exciting fighters for British boxing on the world scene. Two-time world champion. And you can't knock that about Khan. You know, did well at the Olympics and has beaten some good names. But I think at 30, 31 years old, I think Khan's 31 now. Khan's record reads, he's 30. Let me check this now. He's 31 years old. So he's got a record of 33 fights, 20 KOs. And the 4 losses he's had, 3 of them have been by KO. And they've been bad KOs. Garcia, Prescott, Canelo. And the one thing you can never question about Amir Khan is his heart. You can't question his heart or his fighting pride. He fights against Marcus Maidana, where you saw the fighting heart of Amir Khan. Think, you know, he how he got through that 10th round against Marcus Maidana, I just don't know. You know, Khan shows tremendous heart. Even when he gets dropped against Danny Garcia, he still tries to fight back against Garcia. You know, Khan has got a guy who's got great hand speed, you know, puts his punches together and can look very exciting at the time. His vulnerability, the way he puts himself out there, fights with heart on his sleeve. Often I've questioned Amir Khan's boxing IQ because as much as he's got a big heart, the way he fights isn't really in line with his anatomy. What I mean is that he's not a guy that, you know, he's got great durability, but he fights like a guy who has got great durability. And Khan has been making the same mistakes for God knows how many years as a fighter, and as he's moved up in class, he has been found out in quite savage fashion. Khan has a habit of dropping his hands down by his side. He drops his left hand in every single fight. He comes out, he doesn't just throw 1 or 2 punches, he throws 4 or 5 punches, which is dazzling as it is. But what happens is the top rank fighters, they just, let me say, not say top rank, the elite fighters, they either wait for Khan to pull straight back from a punch from his punches, and then they nail him, or they wait for Khan to throw punches and then hit him when he's in a 3 or 4 punch flurry, and they nail Khan. Either way, they nail Khan. Prescott, Garcia, Canelo. Canelo, in fact, waited for Khan to drop his hands and then nailed him in 1 shot. You know, because Khan has repeated patterns. I've been saying this for years. I mean, if you go back and listen to my audio and I'll post it at the end of this video, the live commentary of Khan versus Vargas. Some of the things Khan was doing is absolutely shocking. I mean, and the thing about Amir Khan now, he's not getting better. He's worse. You know, Khan in his younger days was on his toes and gave you plenty of movement. Now at 31 years old, we've got a guy now who's basically walking around the ring with the same flurries. Khan's always going to have that hand speed, but now the boxing IQ, that he doesn't know when to throw punches or know when not to throw punches. And when I mean that, let me break that down. Khan will engage and throw 3 or 4 more punches more, which will allow somebody to time him and catch him with a big shot. Khan puts himself in the danger zone and doesn't know how to get himself out of the danger zone. There are guys like Mayweather who'll get in, throw the shot, get out. Mayweather get in and roll to the sides. He'll throw a right hand, put himself in danger, throw the right hand, get himself out of position. Khan will put himself in position, throw the right hand because his boxing IQ is lower, will get nailed with the same shot. You see? And this is not me knocking Khan. It's just me saying now, at this stage of his career, you think about it honestly, really. Before Khan signed with Matchroom, Eddie Hearn quoted and saying, "Since Khan's come back, who's he fought? He's fought nothing but guys that can't punch." So now Eddie signs Khan after their public spat. He signs Khan. He puts him with Phil Greco. And now he's putting him with Sammy Vargas. Now, when Eddie Hearn was probably sitting down, his promoter was sitting down watching the fight, and he saw that picture there of Amir Khan hitting the canvas, he must have had his hand in his heart. He must have been saying, "Oh my God, this is Sammy Vargas. This is somebody who I think 3, 4 years ago, around the time that Khan was champion, let's say when the time of Khan was champion, Sammy Vargas would mate. I don't think Khan would have done that against. I don't think Khan would have had himself the same problems he had against Vargas. I'm not sure. I think he still would have got caught with a right hand by Vargas. That being said, because I think the only difference is Khan is more heavy legged. He's not moving around as much. So that's the one thing I think Khan would have been sharper then as well. So when he caught Vargas with those shots, he may have stopped Vargas back then. But then who knows? But as a welterweight, his body doesn't look right as a welterweight. And you've got to ask yourself the question, honestly, seriously, as a Khan supporter, his future at welterweight is slim to none. He don't want the Kell Brook fight. Pacquiao will knock him out. Thurman will absolutely destroy him. Errol Spence will seriously hurt him. Terence Crawford would hurt him. I'd even go as far as to say Jeff Horn would give him a good fight. A really good fight. You know, let's not even talk about Sean Porter. These are all guys who more or less are heavy-handed. Heavy-handed guys at welterweight. You've seen what Vargas has done, and Vargas is knocked down as a noted puncher. Khan fans will say, yeah, Khan should continue. But if you really care about your fighter, what convinces you after seeing that performance there against Sammy Vargas? Yeah, Khan will tell you he was ring rusty. Okay. But how much better is Khan going to be? He's still going to drop that left hand. He's still going to throw those punches. He's still going to make the same mistakes over and over again. Now, when he fought Alexander, he was in great shape. Somebody just made a comment here. He said that Imran Hussein says he was in great shape when he fought Alexander. Yeah, he might have been in great shape when he fought Alexander, but he still made them same mistakes. I thought Alexander was going to beat him as well, but Alexander was unable to capitalize him. Spent most of the time looking at Khan walking around the ring. Alexander didn't make much effort to try and close Khan down and put pressure on Khan. He spent most of the time just looking at Khan. And if you look at Khan, he'll dazzle you all night long. And if you like Khan to fight at a certain pace, he'll do that all night long. Khan can be dazzling. That he can be. But any guy that closes the range down, gets his time, Khan is predictably throws the same punches over and over and over and over and over again. You just wait, take your time, take your time. I said this about before the Canelo fight. I said, you know what? Khan may be up on the scorecards and do what he's doing, and Canelo just nailing one, it'll be all over. And it's just, boxers have repeated patterns. Certain fighters, people like Mayweather are very different. They're supremely different because they can change it up on the fly. Just as you're about to time Mayweather, you catch him with a good shot. You saw the Maidana for the second fight, caught him with a beautiful shot at the end of the round. Mayweather switched it up. Maidana didn't catch him with the same shot again. That's because Mayweather's got a very high boxing IQ and he can switch it up. Khan can't switch it up. And that's why Khan got nailed by Canelo. And that's why Mayweather would never get nailed with the same shot by Canelo. It's just boxing IQ, knowing when to commit, when to throw shots, and when not to. And Khan's defense is so leaky, it's unbelievable. So this is the situation. He makes the same mistakes all the time. So Khan's people might want to hear this. Listen, you don't want to fight Kell Brook. He's talking about Manny Pacquiao. Let's talk about the guys that he could potentially fight. Brook, big puncher at welterweight. Well, for Khan anyway. Imagine any of the guys I mentioned here, replace them with take Samuel Vargas out in that second round and put in any of these guys throwing that right hand. Brook, Berman, Spence, Garcia, Crawford. Any of those those are five guys. Then I'll add afterwards Porter. Yeah, any of those welterweights in the world today hitting Khan with that shot, he just doesn't even look right at welterweight. He doesn't. His legs, for me, Khan's legs have gone as a welterweight. And he just needs to retire. He said he's got more money than Carl Froch. And you know what? I don't want to see someone like Khan in his 40s and his 50s slurring his words. I don't want to see it. Or punch drunk. I don't want to see that. He does a lot of good things outside of boxing for the communities that people don't talk about. Khan's got a really good heart. He's got a heart of gold. I just don't want to see him used and abused. And this sport is very much about using and abusing. And if there's an opportunity for Khan to be used again, well, not used, but put in a position to fight someone like Pacquiao, because that's where the money is. A Pacquiao fight, you know, at a world title shot, I think it ends badly. But Pacquiao is the fight that now Mayweather's got now, so you can forget the Mayweather fight, Pacquiao fight. You can forget a Mayweather fight and you can forget a Pacquiao fight. The question is, I always wondered to myself, why did Mayweather fight Amir Khan? Was it speed? Because, okay, speed and height and reach, yeah, that may have caused Khan, he might have caused Mayweather some problems early. But I think Mayweather would have timed him. He would have timed him like everyone else. And Mayweather's got the best right hand in boxing, like straight right hand in boxing. And we all know Khan's a sucker for that straight right hand. So somewhere along the line, Mayweather would have tagged Khan with a big right hand, a straight big right hand. And Mayweather can finish well as well. I just don't think Khan eventually would have got out the way. He's so predictable. He wouldn't have got out the way of Mayweather's right hand. So where Khan may have started well, he would have dropped that left hand and Mayweather would have nailed him. So why Mayweather never fought Khan? And he could have had, that would have been a great fight, a global fight. You think about Khan's appeal within the Pakistani community, within the UK community, the US community. You think all that, the Muslim world, you think all that, you have half the world there, and then you had Mayweather with the US. That would have been a super fight. Mayweather is looking for a warm-up fight. And if I tell you, the ultimate insult would be if Mayweather accepted Khan as a warm-up fight. I mean, that's a great fight, because Khan's not going to want to fight Kell Brook, and he's not going to want to fight. He's not going to get the Pacquiao fight. So I guess a fight against Mayweather as a warm-up wouldn't be bad. But does Mayweather, I know he sounds bad, but does Mayweather want that kind of work? And when I say that kind of work, does he really want to come back and fight a guy who could potentially embarrass him in terms of hand speed for a few rounds? Does he want that? But he knows that Khan's vulnerable. And after watching the Samuel Vargas fight, he might think, you know what, I'll take that fight. If I were Keith Thurman, I would take Khan as a comeback fight. But there you go. Lawrence Williams says, "What's good, Ingram? Sorry to get off topic, but did you hear Khan tested Sharp tested positive? Oh well, never mind. It seems everyone's testing positive these days. I think they just want that. They want that. They want that title out of the way. They want something. I wouldn't be surprised now if that title becomes vacant, and then maybe pick somebody like Dillian White or bloody Derek Chisora or even Bermain Stavern to fight for the vacant title against Fraser Quendo. Would not be surprised in the slightest. Really would not surprise. Isn't Fraser Quendo still with Don King? So Fraser Quendo versus Bermain Stavern. I could see some shit like that happening. I could see something like shit happen like that. So this testing positive thing now it becomes more the regular thing to happen now, and I don't think always these guys are guilty. I think some of these times these guys, the situations are happening where I've said it a long time ago. If you're watching my channel, you'll know that I've mentioned in the past about fighters testing positive and actually being innocent because they don't pay sanctioning fees. They're not towing the line. They're not doing what they want to do. They're not going by. They're not going by what they're told to do. They're not following the script. So testing positive. So sometimes I think you run up against the wrong people. You say the wrong things. You do the wrong things, and these things can happen. Sometimes I think there are bloody cheats in sport as well. But Manuel Shah testing positive, and I mean, really? I mean, I'm not disputing the news, but I want to hear more about the story. I don't know if Manuel Shah. I mean, this guy's been knocked up by Povetkin, a guy that he was just a decent heavyweight. I mean, he wasn't. There was nothing spectacular, and there's nothing spectacular Shah's done for me to suspect that Shah's suddenly on something. So I don't know. Even if he was, I don't know. I don't know. What I can say is it's a sad thing to hear that he has been caught. If he is guilty, but I will remain very skeptical until I hear all the details. And I'm not trusting any boxing media outlets to find that out at the moment in time. I'd rather trust people closer to the scene because there's sketchy information that comes out in boxing scenes, and depending on depending on what boxing. I didn't mean boxing scene, meaning the publication. I mean the boxing world boxing scene in general. So my apologies if people think I'm referring to boxing scene. The boxing scene in general. That depending on who's behind the publication, depending on whose promoter is behind that, or the promoter behind it. So I believe a lot of these promoters are in bed, or a lot of these publications now are in bed with these promoters. So therefore, you'll see a lot of these people ringside. You see a lot of these people getting certain benefits. So if they boost their fight a certain way, give their gut fight a certain um, promotion, then they'll get certain deals done. So to be honest, I don't trust a lot of these boxing publications. Just me, I just don't. That's just my personal opinion. And I've seen enough in these boxing publications, and then been literally sitting down next to a fighter or sitting next to fighters and reading publications, and the fighter going to me, "I ain't got a clue what you're talking about. I ain't got a clue this is going on." So when I see stuff like that, I I am always skeptical. But yeah, thank you for the information, Lawrence. Appreciate it. Man called Smithy says, "Can't you bring back Virgil Hunter?" Um, really? I think Virgil Hunter is not very well at the moment. He's had some medical issues. I think he's not been health. It's not been great. So prayers go out to Virgil Hunter. I've met him once. Likable guy, very tall, big guy. Virgil Hunter, likable guy, real cool dude. If you ever wanted to play another guy to play Shaft, it should be Virgil Hunter. If you ever wanted somebody else to play Nick Fury, it should be Virgil Hunter. If you ever want, if there was ever a boxing trainer that should do a Motown or a blues or a jazz album, Virgil Hunter. He's got that cool beat sort of thing. If you ever want to talk about relationships, Virgil Hunter. How to pull a girl, Virgil Hunter. He's your man. Okay, all jokes aside, I wish Virgil Hunter well, and thank you for training the great Andre Ward. Mayweather's been ducking Khan for years. Really, mate? Really? Really? Duck. Have you seen Mayweather's resume? He's fought Zab Judah. He's fought Canelo. He's fought Pacquiao. He's fought the who's who of boxing. And he's Sugar Shane Mosley. And you're saying that he's ducking Mayweather's ducking Khan. Mate, I think you need to go back seriously and look at the resume of Floyd Mayweather, and then look at the resume of Amir Khan. Tell me what Floyd Mayweather would be ducking in Khan. I don't get what he'd be ducking. I mean, this is a guy that got knocked out by Breedis Prescott. Are you suggesting that Breedis Prescott is in the same? This is the same Breedis Prescott that got beat by Mitchell Smith, who got chinned by what's his name? The guy from Australia. What's his name? Michael Kazidis. Come on, man, really? It's a hard fight for Mayweather, similar to Khan Brooklyn. No, it's not hard. Come on, man, behave yourself. Come on, man, dodging Khan, behave yourself, man. I think you're just trying to wind me up here. I think you're a troll. Lowland Profits, good seeing the room. So, I mean, what are your thoughts, guys? Let's open it up. Let's throw it to the room. And girls, if you're listening, what are your thoughts? Do you think Khan should retire? Do you think he's got a future at welterweight? So we're not getting Khan v. Brook at all. Well, unless Eddie Hearn forces Khan, like he ties him up and says, you must fight. It says in his contract, if Khan signed, and in that contract it says the word Kell Brook, then I guess he's got to fight Kell Brook. Within the contract, there's a 3-fight. If I was signing Amir Khan, I was Eddie Hearn, I would say it would be a ironclad in that contract. You will fight Kell Brook in your third fight if you don't get beat. That should be in the contract. So Khan can't talk no garbage about Manny Pacquiao. Well, that Pacquiao, thank you, Mayweather, he shut that down. So I think even Mayweather saying, man, handle your business at home, man. Handle your business at home. My man, BWTM Business Operations. Man, I got loads to talk to you about. I mean, loads. Man, your bro's been at work. Good to see you in the room. Khan should have retired after a Prescott KO. Bro, man, that's just savage, man. Tosh Beer, that is savage. You can't be saying stuff like that, man. Listen, we would have got the Marcos Maidana fight. We would have got the Canelo fight. We would have got Disco Dan with the Maidana. We would have got Disco Dan in the Maidana fight. We would have got the Danny Garcia fight, bro. Khan should enroll in a chin restoration program. Bro, I don't think it's the chin. I think it's the defense. It's horrid. Bro, Amir Khan's defense is dreadful. Absolutely dreadful. Wrench, please. Oh, sure. No problems. How do I get the wrench? Let's see how we do this. Wrench. Can I do this wrench? How does wrench work? Wrench. Add moderator. I guess that's it. There's a wrench there. All true, just in jest. Yeah. If Amir Khan's in a video game, and Amir, if you're listening, no disrespect, I'm one of your biggest fans, but I'm one of your hugest critics because I love watching you fight, but some of the things you do are just absolutely just like stupid. Like, for example, you get knocked down by Jesse Vargas. You get knocked down by Samuel Vargas. Yeah? You got dropped by Vargas. You're on Queer Street, yeah? So what do? You call the man in. Another thing, you're laying on the ropes. My man's whacking you up with body shots. And the body shots are hurting you, right? Because you're screwing up your face. And then you're calling the man on. And you know that Khan's gone in these guys, yeah? That like he looks like he wants to cry. When he's getting body shots, he looked like he wanted to cry. And he's like saying, yeah, come on, bring it on. But he's hurting Khan. He's hurting Khan. Khan wants to fight with Brook at 147. Brook is drained at the weight, but he will still. Listen, I'm telling you now, I don't care how weight drained Kell Brook is. he's hitting Khan and he's nailing Khan. I'm telling you. You know, listen, Samuel Vargas doesn't need to be worked. He still nailed Khan. Listen. It doesn't matter how much you listen. I think Brook will probably knock Khan out like welterweight as well. Um, anyone think that his speech is starting to slur? Uh, you think that his speech is starting to slur? Well, I hope not. I really hope not. But it's somebody that I don't want to see that happen to. Khan's ex-wife has more chin than he does. Oh dear, this is savage stuff. No doubt, Brook knocks Khan out. Everyone knows that. Most people know that. The people who turn around and tell you in this chat will come in the chat and in the comment section says Khan will beat the top welterweights in the world. You're dreaming. They know it. And Khan fans, they have to start accepting the fact that their boy is finished. He's done. He's got no legs on him anymore. So the one thing he probably could have had to get away with him was the legs to get away, to maneuver his way out of the way to get a points win. But Brook ain't going to stand there looking at Khan. Eventually, he's going to jump in with one of them right hands. I'll tell you how it happened. Khan will be moving, throw his flashy combination, and then he'll step back and he'll drop his hands around the second or third round. He'll drop his hands, then boom! Chin bar! And down will go Khan, and he won't get up. And if he does get up, you know Brook knows how to finish. Brook's going to be on that. But I'll tell you, Brook is going to be on the front foot. You ain't going to see no towel. You ain't going to see no towel Dominic Ingle and Brook coming to the ring. Man, Brook won't walk to the ring. Brook will run to that ring. And don't worry about being weight drained. Weight drain ain't going to affect him in the first 3 rounds. Trust me. Because that's as long as it's going to take. Prince Azim comes out of retirement. He needs Bubba straight right now and he KOs Khan. Listen, Sugar Shea Mosley now KOs Amir Khan. Sugar Shea Mosley at this point in time, even Sugar Shea Mosley now rocks and stops Khan now. Sugar Shea Mosley. Khan hater. Loyal to hot firm. Faisal. Khan hater. Oh, yeah, you're back again, are you, mate? Mate, okay. All right. I'm a Khan hater. All right. I'm not a Khan hater. I think you're a Khan hater. I think you're a Khan hater. And do you know why I think you're a Khan hater? Because you actually would stick a guy that's well past his sell-by date, well past his best, right? That got dropped by Samuel Vargas, and you'd stick him in the ring with Keith Thurman. You'd stick him in the ring with Kell Brook. You'd stick him in the ring with Errol Spence. That's a real Khan hater. That's a real Khan hater. I don't want Khan to get hurt, seriously hurt. He does some great work in the community. I don't want any boxer to get hurt. But especially not especially. I don't want to see Khan get hurt. Period. That fight against Canelo was worrying. So I don't understand. Now, Mr. Khan, who calls me a Khan hater, let's have an open debate. Let's have an open debate now. Instead of being a keyboard warrior, prove to me you're not a keyboard warrior. Let's have an open debate. Let's have it right here, right now. Open debate. What determines me to be a Khan hater that just doesn't, he's just looking out for the benefits or looking out for the best interest of a fighter that I like or the best interest of a fighter, period? Come on. Bring it, brother. Bring it today for me. I don't mind. Bring it. If I'm a Khan hater, bring it. Explain to me why I'm a Khan hater. Explain to me why I think I'm a Khan hater. I'm just speaking truth. It's not hate. Bring it to me, brother. Where are you? Come on. Come on, man. Where are you? Anyway, so I just think he should retire. I think he should retire and bow out gracefully. Say, you know what? Having looked back at that Samuel Vargas fight, I don't think I've got it anymore. Of course he's off. Troll, isn't he? You know, crickets. Yep, absolutely. When I think Khan should just announce the tribe and say, you know what? I just ain't got it anymore. Like when Nazim Hamed fought that last guy after he got beat by Barrera. And it was a dreadful performance. He like, you know what? And he retired. I think Khan should do the graceful thing and retire. Khan v Broner, no, I don't want to see that either. Thing is, Khan may stand a chance against Broner because Broner at 147 is, you know, Broner. The thing about Broner, a lot of people are quite Um, I'm quite misled about Broner. Broner at lightweight was a very strong man, and he could walk you down. You see, when Broner's moved up in weight, compared it to Mayweather, what happened was Broner always just walked you down, tuck up tight, walk you down, and he would bully the smaller guys. Now he's got that same style as a welterweight, bully, walk you down, walk you down. You can't bully the bigger guys because the bigger guys can take the power and also are able to push him back. So you can't bully them guys no far. And Broner's only got one style of fighting. He's very one dimensional. So Khan could win a fight against Broner. The thing is, it's that thing where Khan drops his hands and will stand right in front of Broner, and Broner's got fast hands himself, and he'll nail Broner and Khan with that right hand. I don't know if Broner hits hard enough at welterweight though. That's the only thing. I think Khan should endorse Nando's as world chicken ambassador. Yeah, I'm not chin. As he says, I'm not chinny. You know, I'm not chinny. I got a good chin. It's just that I get off balance sometimes, and I'm not hurt. You really, bro, really, bro. Disco Down was back in town when I saw that Vargas fight. If you haven't listened to the Vargas commentary, do yourself a favor. When you got some time, sit back and relax. Epic commentary of Khan versus Vargas. It is something to behold. Khan's next fight is his last. It's that simple. He's done. He's done already. Posh Bear. Broner at 147 is lackluster. Broner would blast Khan too. He hits hard enough to KO Khan. That's the thing. I just question whether he's hard enough, if he hits hard enough to hurt Khan. And the thing was, I think stars may make fights because Pacquiao dropped Vargas, didn't he? But I don't know. I don't know. But look at this. Remember when Chris Algieri rocked Khan? Right there and then, you knew that Khan's future as a welterweight was doomed. Yeah, right there. Broner's hands seem heavy at 147. Hard to let them go. Yeah, I feel so. That's a good fight. I think it's an intriguing fight. But I don't want to see that fight. I don't want to see Broner v Khan. I don't want to see it. I don't. I wouldn't mind seeing that fight at a light welterweight. Now that fight I would like to see. Broner Khan light welterweight. Yeah, I'll take that fight. But like I said, just to close this off, Khan for me should retire gracefully, bow out, and say, you know what? After the Garcia, the Vargas fight, I ain't got it no more, and I'm sorry. I've got no more. I'm just not dedicated to the sport no more. My body's hard to whatever garbage he's got to say, and just bow out gracefully. Why do you want to bow out flattened? I don't get it. But a lot of people around Khan would like to see that, and what I mean by that is the people that want to see that are the same people that would call me a hater, and the same people that would want to see him against an elite welterweight. He's not good enough for elite welterweight anymore. He's probably not even good enough for British welterweight anymore. I'm not joking. There's some tasty welterweights around, I think, that would put Khan on his backside and keep him there. You know, Khan is just a name now in 2018. Just a name. A very, very vulnerable welterweight. Truth be said. Now I'm going to get hate for this, but yeah, it's all right. Truth be said, I don't want to see Khan get hurt anymore. I certainly don't want him retiring punch drunk. I don't want any fighter retiring punch drunk. It's not worth it. He's got a beautiful wife and kids. So, regardless of what else has been said in the community about what's been going on in his private life, I wish Khan nothing but the best. And I thank him for what he's contributed to British boxing. I thank him for having the balls to go and fight the fights that he has done. I thank him for trying to dare to be great, but it was nonsensical him going and fighting Canelo. Absolutely nonsensical. You're getting dropped by Willie Lemons. You're getting dropped by bloody Michael Gomez. You're getting dropped by Julio Diaz. And somehow you think Khan fans think he's going to step up to middleweight and beat bloody Canelo. Oh, come on, man. That's the sort of people we've got. Those are the sort of people we've got in boxing today. And say it's a 50-50 fight. Those are the sort of people that are commentating in boxing today. Those are the kind of people we've got on TV today. Those are the people today we've got on experts. And I'm telling you, it's only a matter of time before somebody gets seriously hurt in this sport and in terms on one of these major promotions or matchroom promotions. I'm telling you, only a matter of time. Only a matter of time. These fights are just Khan v Brook is a mismatch, in my opinion. Absolute mismatch. But all right, I've said my point. As always, don't forget rate, subscribe, and leave your comments as always, and check out roundforroundboxing.com. We're out of here. Take care. Round for Round Boxing Association with BWTM Sports, www.roundforroundboxing.com. Check out our website now, BWTM Sports station page, www.bwtmonline.com. Check us out. Repeat, www.bwtmonline.com. Check it out. One more time, www.bwtmonline.com.